Like how effective do you think that can be on their psyche when we know how the public school system treats our kids to a
Yeah.
degree? Our communities are inundated with hip hop and all these images that may not be beneficial for us. So, how important do you think it is for young black girls to see you in your position?
It changes the trajectory of their lives. It has such a deep impact. Because we're having more black women elected in record numbers, we won't see that impact for another generation. It will be
Mm,
how these young girls now raise their daughters. When will be the impact. We'll see the fruition of that work. I mean, right now, I know that when I go and I talk to these young girls, and they're just like, "Wow, you're an elected official. When you walk into a room, people have to respect you." And and I tell them, "Yeah, and you can do that. You don't have to do whatever it is you think you have to do." Most of these girls are like, "Well, I'm not good at engineering. I'm not good at math or science. Maybe I'll just be a teacher." And there's nothing wrong with being a teacher, but I feel like it just limits the scope of what they can actually do. And I say, think bigger. I mean, if you could be anything, what would you
mhm.
be? I said, because I never would have thought that I would be an elected official, but I knew that first time when I turned in those papers, I was doing the right thing. And I know that by being that beacon of hope and that light for them and walking with my back straight and just, telling my story, it makes an impact.
Definitely, and I think for years to come, um, individuals like yourself, individuals like Michelle Obama, I think we just need more of an influx of positive imagery of what our children can be. Because Portia, I grew up here in Sacramento in an urban community where being a young black male, where there are a lot of drugs being sold,
Yeah,
my family members participated in a lot of these things. Only thing we thought about as far as a career path is using our athletic prowess. So we thought we were going to be basketball players or football players. And
right.
really, the cool people to me were the guys on the corner. Like, I'd never seen a black man in a suit that I still consider cool. You know what I mean? And that's
Right.
important for us just to have those images of what we can actually be. Like the models of possibility is extremely important. You know what I mean? So I was looking through your social media and I seen for Black History Month, you were posting about a lot of the individuals that have came before us, which of course I'm a big proponent of history and
Yes,
everything we've been through. And for me, I use it as a form of motivation. I'm of the belief that a
absolutely.
lot of the young people in our community, if they understood what they came from, the individuals that came before them in the circumstances that got us here, that can make you walk with your chest out. That can make you say, you know what, I don't have to dress like that or think this way. It
Right.
could be used as inspiration. Like, what's your take on Black History Month? Because one thing I want to add, in our community, Black History Month gets a bad rap sometimes. People will say it's the shortest month of the year. People will say we don't need Black History Month. We got Black History is every day of the year, right? So talk
Yeah.
to me about how you feel about Black History Month.
Black History Month is that one time. I don't care how many days it is, got to make the most of it. If they
Hmm.
shorten it by 2 days, and hey, we got 26 days, we're going to make it work. But it's that time for us to really change that narrative that has been ongoing about Black people. We don't have to reach all the way back to our ancestors in Africa. We can just reach back one or two generations to find out the individuals who have truly made a difference in American history.
Hmm.
Black history is American history. When you look at everything that has been built in this country, everything that's been invented, every step in science, every major step that's been made, there is a Black person somewhere behind that. I remember, watching like these movies about women in science and STEM, and writing programming math problems for astronauts, right? And we're like, we did who knew it was a bunch of Black women? No
Hmm.
one. We need to continue telling these stories so people don't have to think that they have to reach so far back into their past. It's right here next to you. Your mama, your grandmama, your uncle, your dad, your grandpa, grandmas, they have stories of times where they have triumphed, of where we have